Welcome back. Today we are at the favorite part of real estate, determinants of value, because the answer is usually very funny. This is the real estate masterclass. I'm Engineer Viglo. I'm a civil engineer and I've done real estate for the past decade, and I am doing this masterclass so that I can create a league of people who understands the opportunity in this, who can become the forefront and master investors of the future. Okay, so today we are talking the determinants of value in real estate. And you know the slogan that we always say, determinants of value. Let me write this down. Okay, of value. Okay, value in bold. Okay, determinants of value. Usually you will hear people say location, comma, location. Is this very difficult to explain? Let me put everything down so that I can tell in simple words. If you get a location wrong in real estate, you would live the rest of your lives in pain and agony over how bad that investment was. Usually, people who are smart would quickly just flip it and walk away. Other people, when you become richer, you will just probably sunline that one. Okay, but the thing about location is that the location can literally just change your destiny if you get it right. This is it. The location influences the price by a lot of all standards. The location can make it a sensation. Okay, the location, by virtue of a few other things, can make your real estate investment a success. Okay, and all other things that affect value, okay, become a determinant of you choosing real estate. I hope you understand me. So any other thing else that I'll be telling you that affects the value of real estate is just defining where you should locate your real estate. I hope you get me. Now, in the end, you might not get the privilege to invest in Texas, New York, where the appreciation is expected to be the highest or the price are the highest, which is not even true, because there are other ridiculous places that you can talk about for real estate value, like Hong Kong, okay, sometimes China, okay, and a few other places. I'll tell you what influences that in the other stuff, but realize that once we begin to talk it, we are mentioning locations. One of the best places to invest in real estate in Africa is Kenya. Okay, location. And there are reasons why it's like that. I'll tell you. South Africa, location. Accra is leading. Accra is like number 3 in that list. Okay, location. Okay, when you come to Ghana, Accra number 1, then Tema, Takoradi. Okay, so when you even get to the location Accra, you're talking about cantonments, East Legon. Okay, location. And the stuff that the location influences, I'll tell you. Now, when you are doing real estate, let me just chip this in. You want to make money from 2 things. The appreciation of your value, okay? You make money on, okay, make money just for your information. Especially as an investor, okay? A lot of other people make money on other stuff. I make money for even teaching you this. You paid to join this class. 1, appreciation of your asset, okay? Appreciation of asset, okay? Now, depending on the location, again, the asset can appreciate either faster or slowly, okay? Then the 2, rental revenue, okay? Revenue. There can be a third one that might be the value of the area, which is still location, the expected value of the area, okay? The appreciation of the asset and the rental value can influence how much profit margin you can make, okay? So you can produce something at 100,000, and then by virtue of how fashionable, if you remember the previous class, how fashionable, how prestigious the area is, the margins you make on flipping can be very high. Flipping is if you literally just buy a property and just sell it to another person, okay? So let me call it margins or prestige, okay? Let me call it prestige into bracket profit margins. Okay, So that is, if you want to sell it anytime, you can just, sometimes by virtue of a celebrity staying there, location, okay, profit on flipping, okay, because sometimes depending on the time of the year that you flip, if you flip it during Christmas when there's a sensation, if you flip it during an economic downturn and all those stuff, it changes a lot of things, okay, can change this thing. So what are we still doing? Defining the location. Okay, so this is what happens. The location can be influenced by a few stuff. One of them will be demographics. Okay, one, demographics. Okay, I'll tell you. The kind of people who stay there, is it fair girls with big ass and big boobs? They spend more money than everybody else. Demographics. Is it students who are spending money they don't make? Spend more money. Is it politicians? They spend more money. Is it businessmen? They spend more money. You understand? So the demographics of the people who are there, are they old people, retired public servants, retired medical doctors? Okay, then you can even talk about the infrastructure in that area. Is there a hospital in that area? Okay, is there a school in that area? Is there a mine in that area? It can really affect that. Okay, then the interest rate of the country. Okay, so let's say amenities and infrastructure. Okay, amenities and infrastructure. Okay, infrastructure. Is there lights there? Is there water there? Is there a sensation there? Is there like a tourist attraction there? Okay, infrastructure. Okay, so the country, the economy, what is happening? Is there war? Is there peace? Is it democracy, or is it what? Is it how is that thing called? Is it a military rule? Okay, that can also happen. Then those stuff. Now those things can affect it. Now, if you are into real estate, now you have come as an investor, you probably can decide to forge a perception about the location of your property. You want to create a sensation. You want to influence some of these things. There are a few things you can also do. So that's what you should pick now. If you want to develop one, or if you are an agent, okay, branding. Okay, branding. The influencers that talk about it. Are you selling to footballers? Are the footballers there? What are your colors? Are your colors gold? Are your colors silver? You can change a lot of things, okay? Finishing. Are you using are you using Chinese products? Are you using made in Ghana products? Are you using products from Turkey and Germany? You get German industrial standard stuff. It can really affect your stuff, okay? Then branding can actually lead you to what? Marketing, which I tell is an integral part, okay? The marketing that you do can actually just double the price of your real estate. People are willing to buy it for more. Someone buys it, another person wants to buy it for more, he flips it. Okay, I was trying to talk slower in this one, so I'll slow down. Then 4, marketing will affect your what? Customer relation. Okay. Customer relations. Sometimes the way you treat the customers. You walk in the office, there is a fair, beautiful lady, single. Welcome, sir. What may I offer you? As if she's not selling a house. You decide to buy 2 houses. You get it. Customer relationship. They pick the call. Who is it? Say, whiny. Then you drop the call. The sale is lost. Okay. So if you are not paying your workers well, they are sacking your customers. Yeah, you are completely finished. I can tell you. Okay. Economic activities. Takwa 5. If you are doing real estate in Takwa, you should get good money. But I don't know why nobody is going there and they have not been to Takwa before. But I think Takwa will be a good place to do real estate. Okay. But I don't know why. I cannot afford to go there because there are too many rich people there. Okay. Then geopolitics. Okay. So politics, what's happening? Geopolitics is in Ghana. You can talk about Kwewu. Easter time, it's a big surge, and after Easter they all go back to the US. Seasonal. You don't want to invest at such a place unless you want to make money once in a year. Easter and Christmas. You understand? The neighborhood. Okay, you don't want Jesus said the poor will always be with you. Anytime you see a very nice community, just off there is a poor community living off the rich community, okay? Because every big house, you have cleaners, you have security men, you have all these people working in there, so the neighborhood can influence it. Now, one of the master things about the location, all this thing put together, can influence is the population, or to even go further, I'll tell you, population density. If there are more people there, there is a housing crisis. There is a housing crisis, there is an opportunity to make $1 million in real estate. Always look for where the housing crisis is. Find out who is not being served and serve them, okay? If possible, serve the higher end, okay? So the population density, housing crisis, demand is high. Once demand is high, your price can surge. If demand ever comes down, your price will begin to swindle. So think about that. So some of the most expensive places for real estate, okay, or maybe the most profitable places are the places where the population is so high, okay, or wealth abounds so much. Even if you check the world, wealth abounds at places where the population is so high, because survival of the fittest. Lots of people struggling, working so hard for a few elite community, okay. So US, Hong Kong, it's a small country where the population density is high. Nigeria is a big country where the population density is equally high, okay. China, India, these countries. Then if you go to Europe, small countries with very, very well controlled population, but it's attractive. There is always people trying so hard to get in there, okay. So once they decide that they need more people, they do a few visa lotteries to balance their economies, okay. So real estate can be very, very profitable at these places. So just look out for those places. If you have the money, go in there. If you don't have the money, be an agent there, build a network. Put your mind to it. In the next 3-5 years, there will be good money to be made. I'm telling you, a lot of people went to Dubai to be techs, and they came back with good money. You get, because it's a surge. What happened in Dubai? Fashionable. It was just made a sensation. Floating island, tallest building, all the footballers are here. Then boom, everybody is going there, okay. So you can create it if you have money, the energy, the power, okay. You can create it, you can forge it. If you don't have it, you are going to struggle. You look for where it is and ride a wave. Is that clear? I'm sure it is. So we'll be moving on. The next series, I'll be shining some lights on various ways that you can actually make money, some of the risk in real estate. So don't forget to join, share with someone who needs to watch this. Contact me. My contact number is public information, but at this point I can mention it again: 054-781-0709. Give me a call. Let's have conversations. Let's see how you can actually think through some of these things and make the best decisions in whatever you want to do in the industry. Thank you for watching this video to this point. It's not easy to watch such kind of videos for so long, but I appreciate you. If you watch it to this place, would you send me a live video, or you say Lux Up, I want to join your group? Comment Lux Up in the comments, LUXUB. When you put Lux Up, which is not a very familiar word, which is the name of my real estate company, I'll send you a private message. Thank you very much. See you in the next one.